The Legend of Salt. Long ago, when the world was young, a gentle giant named Lakan lived on a mountain that touched the clouds. Lakan was as tall as 100 coconut trees, and his heart was as big as the sun. He spent his days watching the tiny people in the villages below, admiring how they worked together and cared for their homes. In the village nearest to the mountain, a young girl named Tala sat by the fire. She loved to help her family cook, but there was a problem. "Father," she sighed, stirring a pot of soup, "the food is healthy, but it has no spirit. It tastes of nothing but water and leaves." The villagers had never heard of seasoning or spice. Tala went to see her father, Salo, who was a wise fisherman. "The ocean smells like life," she told him, "but when we cook our fish, the magic disappears." Salo nodded slowly. He had heard legends of a white treasure hidden in the giant's cave that could make any meal a feast. He encouraged his daughter to seek out the mountain's secret. Tala climbed the steep trails for 3 days until she reached the very top. There, she found Lakan resting in the shade of a massive cave. Instead of being afraid, Tala waved her hand. "Great Lakan," she called out. The giant leaned down, his eyes like 2 golden moons, surprised to see such a small, brave visitor. Tala explained her village's trouble. Lakan laughed, a sound like rolling thunder, and reached into the back of his cave. He pulled out a glowing white crystal as clear as ice. "This is the salt of the earth," Lakan explained. He broke off a tiny piece and gave it to Tala. It was sharp and bright, tasting exactly like the essence of the sea. Lakan wanted to help all the people, so he gathered thousands of white crystals and placed them in a giant woven basket. He decided he would walk across the shallow sea to deliver enough salt to every island. Tala hopped onto his shoulder, holding tight to his hair as they prepared for the great journey. Tala returned to the village first to share the news. She and Salo gathered everyone around a big communal pot. Tala dropped a small crystal into the stew, and as the villagers tasted it, their eyes lit up. "It's wonderful," they cried. They waited eagerly at the shore for Lakan to arrive with the rest of the treasure. Far out at sea, Lakan was wading through the deep blue water. The waves only reached his knees, but a sudden storm began to brew. The wind howled and the waves grew tall and angry. Lakan struggled to keep his balance on the slippery, sandy bottom of the ocean floor while carrying the heavy weight of the salt. Suddenly, Lakan's foot slipped on a smooth underwater reef. With a great splash that sent water flying into the clouds, the giant tumbled into the sea. The giant basket broke apart, and all the white salt crystals spilled out, dissolving instantly into the vast blue water. Lakan sat up, soaked and saddened that his gift was gone. Tala and Salo ran to the water's edge to see if Lakan was hurt. The giant apologized for losing the salt, but Salo dipped his hand into the surf and tasted it. "Look!" Salo shouted. "The sea itself is now salty." From that day on, the people only had to dry the seawater to find the salt they needed. The ocean remained salty forever, a gift from a clumsy, kind giant.